Hello, hi everyone. Welcome back to another chat with us. I have Nandini, Praveen, Ruchika, Deepthi with me, and today we are going to talk about how any business has ups and downs. Any business has positives and negatives, right? Even if you compare, if you go with Apple, it also has positives and negatives. So any business has negatives and positives, but it's funny how our minds work. We can be surrounded by hundreds of positive things, but our mind starts looking and focuses on that one negative thing that might be there, right? So it's like being in a garden full of flowers, but you focus on one dry leaf that's there and you think like, why did this leaf dry up? So that's how people are, and we want to talk about that more because we have a lot of success stories in our business, but there are also people who come to our community, who join our community, who see hundreds of success stories in our community, and still they focus on, they try to look for something negative, and that's okay. But we'll talk about how, and how your mindset actually matters in starting anything new. So yeah, thank you. So today, let's start with Dr. Ruchika. Ruchika, what you have to say about this?
Hi everyone, I am Ruchika. I am a family physician. I work in Calgary, Canada. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone who are celebrating Thanksgiving in Canada. This is a great topic, and thank you, Kavya. I would like to give some example from medical field, and this something like this I face on a regular basis. For example, if somebody comes to me and they have high cholesterol, and if I try to give a medication for high cholesterol to these people and say this will prevent heart disease in future, these people who there are some people who don't want to take medicines, and they think that this is probably not a good idea, so they'll search up all everything on Google to find all bad things about statins, and they'll come up with that answer. So our mindset really matters here. Whatever our thinking is going to show up on the Google or wherever you're searching. Whatever you're thinking, you know how you think something and Siri kind of finds out what you're thinking and starts showing you things. It is like that. It is whatever. If you search is digital business scam, it will show everything negative about this. And if you ask Google, is digital business legit, and it will show you all the things that are positive about the digital business. So mindset does matter here. We are here as testimony to tell you that this is a real business. And yes, there are ups and downs in the business, in our business too. uh, if you don't put your hard work, if you're not consistent, if there are people out there who haven't received success because they haven't put given that amount of dedication to the business, they are saying bad things on internet, and you get to see all those things.
Okay, we can still hear you, Ruchika.
Yeah,
Maybe.
so this is my opinion. For people who read negative uh, reviews about the digital business, and then they may come up with different things, and they may come up to you and say, oh, this is not a very good business to invest in, and you may lose money. And that's not what happens actually, because there are stories of successful people and the lives have been changed. And we see that all the time in our community. So that is actually my opinion about this.
Awesome. Thank you, Ruchika. And like you said, whatever you're looking for, you find that, right? So if you're looking for positive things, you find that. And if you're just going out there looking for negative things, you will find it, right? So, but you decide, like, it's not that we are not saying that you should not find negative things. If you find negative things, you should have the mindset to see which is correct, right? You have to decide on based on the facts, not on fear, right? Our minds are wired to see fear, or it is wired to protect us or to safeguard us. But you shouldn't be giving that final decision to the fear, right, to make the decision. That's what we say. So yeah, Praveen, what is your thought about it, Praveen?
Hello, everyone. So my name is Praveen. I live in Texas, USA. I have my full-time job, and this is my second stream of income. So as Kavya mentioned, so we have to be real and honest that there is no perfect business out there. So any opportunity, every job, every industry, it could be digital marketing or IT or any oil and gas, it all comes with pros and cons. It has both its own positive and negative things. But if you deeply analyze yourself, most of us will fix our eyes only on the negative. So even if there are countless positive features or stories that we get to know of, we'll focus only on negative. That is our human tendency. Before joining this business, I went into the internet and I was looking for the review about this business. And yeah, without any surprise, there are a lot of negative comments and negative things about the business, generally about the digital marketing. But I made a decision like not to rely on others. It could be competitors or it could be a false ID who are giving those negative comments in the internet. So I just want to take one step further and then see what is this business is about. So I went into that 30 days of trial period, and then I saw amazing success stories like parents spending more time with their kids and professionals building extra income without sacrificing their job, and a lot of housewives settling in and then they are making more money than their husbands in the professional job. So all these things were really admiring and inspiring. But for me, instead of saying wow, so if they can do it, I can do it too, but I found myself asking, what if it doesn't work for me? So what if I fail? What if people judge on me? What if it is too hard for me? So all these questions were running behind my mind because as Kavya mentioned, our brains are wired to protect us from risk. So when any opportunity is presented, we look into the positive, but also we look into the negative. We focus more on the negative. We think it's a kind of risk analysis or we are identifying the risk. But what we are not doing is we are not taking one step further ahead, and then we are not considering the control measures that we can have to mitigate those risks. So we are not really focusing on whether it is an actual risk or not. For example, for myself, I might be good in social media. So whatever I post, the content or the photos might go viral on the social media. But when it comes to answering questions of the people inquiring about the business, I may not be good in that. So it's not the negative side of the business; it's the negative side of me. I have to invest in myself to overcome that. So the business process is common for each and every one of us. It is same for Kavya, it is same for Nandini, and it is same for me. So if I am not performing well, it is the problem with me. It's not about the business. There is nothing negative in the business. If others in the community are succeeding, and if I am not succeeding, then I need to go and find what is lacking in me, and then I have to focus on that. So I cannot blame the business. I cannot look only into the negative side of the business, but I need to know how to overcome that negative. Is it really negative on the business side or it's on me? So I need to work on that. I need to go and approach the right people to get the correct answers from them. We also have to think what if in a different way, like what if it does work for me? What if I learn something new, or what if this decision can change my life? So opportunities are both sides. The thin line between the people who win and people who quit or people who walk away is the focus or the determination. So if your why is strong and if you have a strong focus and determination, then I think you will overcome all the negative side which is within you, and then you'll see the positive side and then travel towards success. That's all from me. Thanks, Kavya.
Awesome. Thank you, Praveen. Very good points out there. Like I liked a lot of things that you said, like about competitors, right? Like a lot of people who explore the online space and they just go into Google and they just search for something, and we know the truth because people come in and they just go through the training for like 1 or 2 months and they wouldn't have learned anything in the training. They don't know what the business is all about, because before you start the business you will not get all 100, you will not be 100%, you will not have all the information about the business. You will see the main things and then okay, think okay, this can be done. And this is true for any business. You will not be doing 100%, because if you keep researching about a business before you start, you will keep researching for years. You will not be able to start it. So it is always that people start, right? They look at some information, they get some information, return on investment, what is the investment I do, what are the risks there, and they just start. And after you start is when you get to know the whole thing about the business. And that is where you a person who succeeds in the business or not depends on how that person copes with that phase in the business, right? That this phase comes into any business. So people who come in, they just see the training and they think that, okay, this is too much, or I don't know, I don't understand. And what they do first thing is they go out there and put negative things about the business. And we know that firsthand because we know who are doing that, right? And we know that they've not tried enough. And people who are just looking at that one review feel that, okay, this is not for me. But do you know what has that person actually put, how much effort that person has actually put? Or will I be the same as that person, or will I be different, right? What is your potential? You can do better than that person. Maybe you can put more time and you can put more effort. So you should not be comparing yourself with that person, right? So especially comparing a thing with a negative person, right? Like that is really difficult. Like you're actually relying your full life, your whole life, on a person who is completely negative, who is not willing to put the time and effort. So that's that. So that is why we are saying it is not that you should not be taking considering the risk, but you should look at the risk and see if this is, like how Praveen said, if this is actual risk or not, right? That's what matters, is what I feel. So yeah, thank you, Praveen. And Nandini, what is your thought about this?
So I really loved everybody's points. And I have to ask you people one thing, the audience, who keep thinking, what if I fail? What if I fail? But oh my darling, what if you fly? The main point here is we're all scared of failing. Everybody, that's a human trait. As everybody has said, we tend to, it's all about the mindset, what Dr. Ruchika said in the beginning, and how we have to focus on a positive mindset or a negative mindset. That you have to decide. So instead of thinking, what if I fail? What if I fly? And this business will allow you to do that. I've made some points because I didn't want to forget anything, so they're here. But both traditional physical business as well as online business have its ups and downs. Life is like that, right? You can fail, you can succeed. Last year, Mahesh Bhatt told me this. I was telling him a story about in my modeling days, because I was supermodel and a top model at that time. A lot of the models were sent to me by Vimla Patil from Femina to prepare them for the Miss World contest, Miss Universe contest, and then later on to walk the ramp. And I taught them everything I knew. All right, like be natural, be normal. Think that it's your grandmother and your mother sitting on stage, and smile at them so that you don't feel nervous. Whatever. By that time, I trained myself as a life enhancement coach as well. I was training myself, so I had a lot of those kind of tips. Some flew, and I can give you their names also. I trained Sangeeta Bijlani and others in that genre. And they really flew high until today they remember things that I taught them. Some didn't. And the some that I didn't, out of them, the few people who were very negative, guess who they blamed? Me. So Mahesh Bhatt told me, he said, why you even bothered? They are pinning all their failures onto you because you're a success as a human being. So don't even think about them. Just let it go. And that's what I tell everybody in this business. We know it's a success. We have living proof right here in this group. There's Kavya and there's Dr. Ruchika who have soared high. That's the way it is in everything in life, right? Some people really go high. Some people take little time to go high. But the whole point is people can't say, "Oh, but I've not succeeded right now in half a month, so I'm going to walk out." That's ridiculous. Or I've read an article of some random person who didn't succeed. So because of that article, this business doesn't work. That's not true. One article of one disgruntled person, why should that ruin your chance for success and freedom? Is what I want to ask all of you people out there who check Google and check those negative articles. One person, two people, three people, even 50 people. But we have a 250,000 people in our business. So why are you comparing that? Actually see what's happening here. This is a business where people have been super successful. A janitor is now the owner of 3 buildings. Okay? An engineer who started this business for pocket money today is a billionaire. My friend who lives in Papua New Guinea, last month she earned $1 million. So, what are you talking about? I've seen the proof and nobody can deny it from me. So, when I sit here and talk about it, I know this business works. So, you have to remember that you will fly if you follow the blueprint. Thank you so much. And I feel passionate about it. That's why I talk so passionately. Last year I did not feel like this. I did not know, but I found I took the time to find out. I did not just stamp it as, oh God, this is rubbish. I took the time to find out how wonderful it was. And today I sit here and talk to you about that. So don't just come and condemn us. First, see what we truly are and then find out for yourself. It doesn't happen in a day. And just remember, every winner was a loser who took one more step. Thank you, Kavya.
Thank you, Nandini. Yeah, I love what you said about like you said, you've been through that phase in the business and you didn't quit in between, right? Maybe if you had quit in between, you would have also had the same notion about the business, thinking, okay, I tried for some months and it didn't work. So now it is working for you because you've overcome that phase, and you know more about the business now. You know how good the business is, and you know how it works now, right? And you know how to make it work for yourself now. So that's the thing about people, and the main thing, like you said, they try to blame it on others. So they tried something and it didn't work, and they didn't be like, they were not consistent enough to make it work for themselves. So what they do is like, okay, I'll just put it on something, because for their own mind or heart, they need something to satisfy themselves, that okay, because of this person I didn't succeed. That's that. But like Praveen said, if you look at your negative sides, right, if you look at what is not working because of you, then it'll actually work for you. But people don't have the time for that. These are the same people who are stuck in their jobs for years and years to come, and they are not happy with their managers, they are not happy with their jobs, but they think this is normal, right? Because it's normal for other people also, right? So they think it is normal. But when it comes to a business, and when it comes to making it work, when it comes to putting a little more effort for your own business, for you to earn whatever you can actually, like, if you want, you can write your paycheck for yourself, but you don't want to take that effort, and you just have to blame it on others, thinking, okay, let me put it on that person and let it go. I'll focus on my job again. That's what people do. So, and people who are exploring the online space, going on Google, you're depending on these kind of people and not the people who are succeeded. That's what we are saying. So yeah, thank you for that, Nandini. And Dipti, let's wrap it up with you. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Let me give you a little bit about myself. I am Dipti. I am currently living in Calgary, Canada, and I'm from Gujarat, India, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. In any businesses there are always positives and negatives. Yeah, this is that's just how life is, right? Even as moms, we see this every single day when we cook something new. Sometimes it turns out perfect and everyone loves it, and sometimes it doesn't, the taste, the way we expected. But do we stop cooking? No, right? Of course not. We try again and again, and next time make it better, right? Same with businesses. We will hear so many positive stories, people growing, learning, earning, becoming more confident, but our minds sometimes focus only on the few negative things. When I started this digital business, I also had so many questions. I also had so many doubts in my mind. I saw uh, others getting great results, but a part of me thought maybe I can't do it, maybe it's too hard. But once I started learning step by step and followed the system, I began to see small changes. I felt more confident, more clear about what was doing, and slowly I started seeing results too. So I realized that sometimes we just need to take that first step. even if we have doubts, because that's how we grow. So instead of asking what if it doesn't work, I always ask myself what if it does, right? uh, this is what I learned after joining this business, that every opportunity comes with challenges, but every success story start with someone who decided to focus on the positive. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you for that, Deepthi. So yeah, like we all say, to summarize this chat, right? The first thing is like we said, whatever you're looking for, you get that, you find that, right? So look for the positive things rather than focusing on the negative things. And again, you can look at the risks and you can consider the risk, but always make your decision based on facts, not based on fear. What like look, ask yourself, like when you see the successful people in our community, ask yourself, how can I actually become like that, rather than thinking what can go wrong if I start this, right? That is what most people focus on, but you have to look at people. And this is a very good opportunity you get. You will not be able to be surrounded with so many people otherwise. We have like thousands of people, literally thousands of people who have succeeded in the business. And if you're just relying on one review, one comment, one article out there and thinking, and that person whoever has written or put that comment or made a video about this, you can actually not find that person. Can you find that person and talk to that person and ask what is it actually about? You can actually find us, you can talk to us, you can, if you are seeing thousands of people who are succeeding, all those thousands people, you can actually talk to them and ask how they did it. And imagine how much potential you'll have, like how much energy and how much motivation you'll have if you're surrounded with so many positive people instead of negative ones, right? So to end it, I'll say, like, your mindset first decides your success. It doesn't your It's not your skills or your resources that you have. Your mindset decides your success. So if you have the right mindset, even if you don't have the skill, you can actually learn that skill. But if you don't have the right mindset, you'll not be able to. Even if you have a lot of skills, if you have a lot of resources with you, you have everything done, the system is there, but you think the system will not work, so it'll not work for you. If you think the system works, it'll work for you. So your mindset is what decides your success, not your skills. So that is why we actually look for people who are willing to put in the effort, who are willing to change their lifestyle, who are really serious about that. We don't look for skills, we don't look for experience, because we know our system works, and we'll give you the complete training, very well curated training. And even if you're coming with zero experience, zero skills, we know how to build your skills, we know how to build that confidence in you. But do you have that mindset to actually change something in your life? If you're stuck somewhere now, if you're looking for a extra stream of income, or if you're looking for a time freedom, and if you think, this is, I have to try something new, this is the best opportunity you can find. And for that, you need to take action. One thing, if you take action, we'll be adding you to our community. You will see thousands of success stories from us, and you can connect with each and every one of us in the community, and you can get more information about it. If your mindset is that, okay, I can do something, I have to do something, explore this opportunity, and we are here to help you. Okay, so if you're somebody who's like just looking for negative things and coming to us and saying, okay, this is this look at this is negative, please don't come to us. We know what kind of people have put it out there, so we don't want to listen from you. If you are just relying on that, it's okay, it's not for you. Even if you start this business by chance with that mindset, you will not succeed. So please don't come to us with that mindset, right? So only if you are really looking for some change, we are here to help you. Okay, so yeah, thank you all for joining today, and yeah, we'll catch up again soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.